welcome to episode 20 of Virtually AWA. Thank you for joining us once again, and we begin this show with Blue Strike Force. We've seen them out for the last few weeks, challenging anyone in the back. They beat the Billington Bulldogs, they've beaten the Dogs of War, and now they're back out again for another challenge to anyone in the back who is wanting to have a shot at their tag team championships. This gets the show off to another good start with a 22 rating, and we'll see if anyone answers the call. Blue Strike Force await their opponents in the ring. They're calling them out, trying to get them out. No one's coming. They beckon someone to come from the back, but the Night Terrors, members of Renegade, jump them from behind and attack them, beating them down in the ring. And when they're down and out, the team of Soul Killer and Hydrosis lift the titles above their head, right in the air, to prove that they are the next ones to take the titles away from them. Will that be the case? We'll have to find out. It looks like this is going to be a match we're going to see at the pay-per-view. Obviously, we've got a lot of tag team matches in that, but these teams are not involved, so hopefully for them, they might have a chance at gold. This gets a segment rating of 21, and the angle gets the crowd hotter as the show continues here at the Wolverley Sports and Social Club. And next up, we have a 4-on-4 elimination match. You've got the team of Tommy J. Curtis and Alex Rancid. They're in the tag team tournament together. And then Kip Sabian and Tony Pacino make up that team. Those two are also in the tag team tournament. And then on the other side, you've got Nick Flagg and his partner in the tournament, Slapshot, and then you got the team of Foxcatcher and Dickie Bowen. So there's 4-on-4 in this match just to get them involved ahead of the tournament. We're going to have a similar match on our next show, building up to the pay-per-view, the Great British Bash. But in a decent match, as it says, Nick Flagg, Slapshot, Foxcatcher and Dickie Bowen defeat Thomas J. Curtis, Alex Rancid, Kip Sabian and Tony Pacino in an elimination match in 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Slapshot was eliminated first, then Alex Rancid, then Tony Pacino, then Thomas J. Curtis, then Foxcatcher, then Nick Flagg, the Commonwealth champion, which is a surprise, and then finally Kip Sabian is the last one to be beaten by Dickie Bowen with a flash pinfall roll-up. So as you can see, first of all, the face team lost Slapshot, then Alex Rancid of the heel team lost, then Tony Pacino of the heel team, then Thomas J. Curtis. So it was Kip Sabian on his own at one point against 3 members of the face team before he saw off Foxcatcher, the British champion. He saw off the Commonwealth champion, Nick Flagg, and then he gets beaten by Dickie Bowen, who miraculously picks up the victory by himself against one of the more formidable members of this roster today in Kip Sabian. This segment gets a rating of 23, with Tony Pacino only a 21, Kip Sabian leading the way with a 32, Alex Rancid with a 20, Thomas J. Curtis with a 28, that's a strong performance from him, Dickie Bowen gets a 23, Foxcatcher 27, Slapshot unfortunately only gets a 19, and Nick Flagg, our Commonwealth champion, with a 29, solid from him. Kip Sabian was off his game, but he still got a 32 rating. Tony Pacino also off his game. So overall 23, decent for this match. And as the show rolls on, the crowd presumably are still hot for this. They are indeed. So we'll see on what follows this tag team match. We have Killer Kelly once again making her way to the ring. You've seen in recent weeks, Killer Kelly just wants to get her hands on the women's champion, Lacey James. She was denied by Crockett. They had an altercation. It looks like that match is going to happen sooner or later now that Killer Kelly beat Alex Windsor last week to get that number 1 contendership for this title. So that match will happen at the pay-per-view. But she doesn't want to wait that long, Killer Kelly, and she calls out Lacey James. And despite Killer Kelly's demands, Lacey James does not show for another week again. Just doesn't want to get involved with Killer Kelly until it's time for the match. This gets a rating of 27, which is a decent rating for this segment. Killer Kelly doing her best to promote this match coming up in a few episodes' time. 27, and we go into our main event of this evening, which is a triple threat match with Johnny Rose, Monty Bird and Bully Boy Carter. Obviously the Midlands Wrecking Crew, they were not involved in this tag team tournament and they're not happy about it. They want to take it out on anyone out there in the backstage of AWA. Monty Bird is the unlucky person who drew the short straw. They drag him to the ring and they set up this triple threat match on the fly. And it turns out that Jonny Rose picks up the win for himself in 9 minutes and 19 seconds when Jonny Rose pinned Monty Bird with a high knee strike. Jonny Rose gets a 21, Monty Bird gets a 22, and Bully Boy Carter gets a 23. The show ends with a 23 rating. That should give us a positive result overall. It does indeed, a 23 overall. Look at all those yellow numbers up there on the the card from this week's show. Decent. That's probably one of our better shows in terms of consistently building throughout the show to a high performance from all members involved on the roster. So 23 overall, that increases our popularity in 14 regions, can keep that upward trend for us hopefully as we move towards that pay-per-view, our second one of this series. But from me, that's all for this episode. If you've enjoyed, like the video, and if you want to see more, please subscribe so you don't miss an episode every single day here on Virtual AWA. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.